It's The Sims 25th fucking anniversary.
Whoa.
The Sims is 25 years old.
That is wild.
It launched in 2000.
That
The fact
long ago?
that the year 2000 is 25 years ago is kind of insane. I feel like we're in 2015.
Wow. Every time I hear something like that, like I feel the crust forming around my
No,
eyes.
actually,
like, oh
bro.
my god, like my eyes get tired.
Yeah. I didn't know The Sims was older than me.
Well, I'm like what 2 years older than
Yeah.
The Sims. What the hell? That's
crazy.
Jesus.
We're getting up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so The Sims is it started off as a video game for those that don't know. It was basically like, honestly, it was like the OG Grand Theft Auto. It was like the OG GTA.
I haven't played it all that much
Yeah.
myself, but it's like pretty. It can get pretty chaotic.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And basically the whole gist is that it's like an open world where you get to pretty much cosplay as another human being. And at the time that was like groundbreaking. Sure, we had video games, but having like an open world where you can like customize this character fully, like everything about it, and have them interact with other Sims characters was like revolutionary at the time. And yeah, they've gone Sims 1, 2, 3. I think the latest one is Sims 4.
Yeah, that was a few years back. Sims 4.
Yeah. And I think the longevity of The Sims is something that people don't talk about enough.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think there's like, even because like I don't play The Sims. For like a very brief time I played like the mobile version
Yeah.
on my phone like many years ago, but I don't know. Like I've never played the game. I can't tell you all the specifics.
You've
but
never
there's-
played The Sims?
No, but the thing is like there's so much about it. I feel like that becomes broader knowledge.
Yeah.
And like have you ever seen years ago? There's this great video of this guy just like reading out patch notes to the Sims 3. Do you know about this?
No, tell me.
So like it's like a 2-minute video. I'll have to send it to you. It's just this dude. He's reading like all these bug fixes or different changes to the Sims 3 and going over the notes. And
Yeah.
just by that alone, like I could pick up how
Yeah.
fucking crazy this
Yeah.
game is, because there's notes like Sims can no longer attend graduation while on fire until they're put out. Or my favorite was like how my favorite update was how like I guess a meteor can hit buildings and everyone escapes.
Yeah.
But this update ensured that it's different for schools because children aren't allowed to leave schools and they will always die when a meteor hits.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
it's
wow.
It's crazy how like at the time it was so big, and like it still is. I think one of the most successful like life simulation games ever.
Yeah.
I think next to GTA, it's like nothing else up there. I think that this is something that I've actually kind of struggled with in the past. The idea that like, to have a franchise, like a successful franchise, you must be old. Like Pokemon is the most successful franchise in the world, and a lot of people will be like, "Oh, sure it is. It's been here for like over 50 years." Blah blah. But Sims proves this otherwise. That like, you don't need to. It's not about the time you exist for. It's about what you actually do, or like the effect of your work in that time being. Because like 25 years in the grand scheme of things for like a really successful franchise is a really short time.
Yeah.
And I just think that it's insane. The one thing that really stuck out to me was the fact that their most recent game came out in 2014,
11 years ago. Really?
and it's still getting like patches and updates and like new like DLCs and game expansions and stuff.
Oh man, that's. Well, I think like
That's insane.
I think that just speaks to like with the. Well, I think like you said, because it was revolutionary at the time.
Yeah.
Like I think they just found a lane, and I don't know. I think they found a lane, but also like their own identity through the process. Because there's so many simulation games out there these days, or like life simulation type stuff too. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they kind of formed that lane, but then also found their own identity in that, and that's helped them stand out. Like again, never played The Sims, but you show me that that little green diamond, and I'm like immediately, Sims.
Yeah,
Duh, of
brand
course.
recognition is insane.
Yeah, or you just start talking gibberish to me. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just like, oh, Sims.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Sims
I think it's really cool because one thing that like I feel like people don't talk about enough is like, I mean, sure, we all know that community is really powerful and stuff, but community within this game specifically, or these like life simulation games, when people can like start modding things, I think that's when like these games have unlocked like an insane potential.
Mm.
Because I see it in GTA. I don't know how it is for Sims, but like people have modded like full on servers, right? And so like you can recreate a whole real life city in GTA
Mm.
and like interact with
Yeah.
people. Like people have recreated Auckland, New Zealand, in a city,
Awesome.
and like the police cars look exactly the same.
Wow.
And like GTA also I think came out in like 2013 or something like that. So like
Something like, yeah, I was like, God, I was 15, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
like crazy. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy that like these. I keep comparing it to GTA, but they're so similar. There's just like different, slightly different demographics. But
Yeah.
it's just like they come out with like a really perfect like life simulation game, and then if you have like a really good base, then like the community can go wild with it.
Mm.
And I think the fact that they've never really like flat out said that they're against the modding stuff,
Mm.
has like breathed like a new life into into these games.
Yeah, well, I remember, I don't know if this shows my age. Like,
Yeah.
I remember, like, as like games started to become more online based, and how, from the perspective of game devs, it was like looked down upon when people would try to mod stuff, and
Yeah.
it was like, no, don't touch my products, don't mess with that. And then it's like the tones shift, and now it's to a point where, you know, as long as you're not, you know, it's one thing if it's like a game where modding it would like give you some kind of unfair advantage,
Yeah.
but like, you know, if it just makes the experience more fun, makes it feel more personable, then
Yeah.
I there's definitely, I've seen that shift where people are just like, yeah, you know, even if they don't necessarily support it, like, are like, you know, yeah, go for it, guys. They're just like, yeah, okay,
Yeah, they turn a blind eye almost because
yeah,
like
yeah,
it keeps it fun,
mm-hmm.
and I feel like a lot of games have become victim to this idea that like they get old so quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like you become familiar with it, you finish the story mode, you've done every side quest. Now what?
Mm.
So this modern
Yeah.
stuff really opens like a whole new world, and yeah, I think that they've also like weirdly dominated meme culture,
Mm.
kind of like that green diamond thing is so so prominent with
Yeah.
The Sims. There's this thing where like they do the what is it called? It's called like Sims Logic, and basically it's like, oh, ping yourself when the fridge has been blocked. Like people have taken like the bugs that happen within the game and have applied it to like real life TikTok videos and stuff,
Mm.
and like you
Right.
can just throw up the green. Is it GIF or GIF?
I say GIF.
Okay, I'll go with GIF. GIF thing above your head and then boom. It's also like, yeah, it's also, I feel like the meter for success is that if your product becomes a Halloween costume.
That's a great measure, I think. Yeah.
And I think that
Yeah.
you see it every year. People, this is insane that I found this out yesterday, but the Sims game, Sims 4, is in the top 10 most played games on Twitch right now.
Right. Really?
Yeah,
Really?
it's crazy.
Wow.
It's like number 9, but like, it's insane that like,
how many games are out there though? Like,
yeah.
Wow.
That's how popular the game is. Like to me, I thought it was like some nostalgia thing that like people would rock with, but like, no, people still play Sims.
That's so wild. And like, I remember when like early years when Sims 4 came out. Like,
Yeah.
again, I was just hearing stuff, never played it, but I remember so many people being like, "Oh no, Sims 3 is way better. Sims 4 ain't that great."
Yeah.
But then it's like everyone's playing Sims 4
Yeah.
apparently. Like, and
It's crazy.
yeah, I find it interesting with games like Sims, like specifically Sims 4 and GTA 5. It's
Yeah.
like, because they're both like, I don't know, like if you call them kind of like everything games, like you kind of just,
Yeah.
it's just because it's life simulation. It's like you do fucking everything.
Yeah.
And I wonder with that though, when there's so, you know, when there's so much in it already, and you know, and everything can just be updated, you know,
Yeah.
here and there sporadically. Like, yeah, that's at what point do you decide, you know, time for a sequel or
Yeah.
I don't know what's the measure.
And like
for
the
that?
pressure builds up so much now for the next game. Like Sims 4 was a smash hit. GTA 5 is definitely a smash hit. That GTA 6 has this immense amount of pressure. I can only feel bad for the developers. Like it's
Yeah,
GTA 5 is the most successful game of all time. I think I might be just making that up.
it's
but
up
like,
there. It's like $1 billion. The game alone is
Yeah.
like $1 billion franchise.
and
crazy.
it's had a 13-year run. So like It'll be 14-year run by the time GTA 6 comes out. It'll be like, are you trying to surpass that, or are you just trying to like start over with a clean slate? I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Sims actually made a Sims 5 game, which kind of looks like Fortnite. Like it's kind of like a
Oh.
cross-platform kind of game.
Oh, okay.
It's not like meant to be that big, or it's not meant to be um, like as big as Sims 4. Sims 4 is still the flagship, but we'll see what they do next. It just goes to show,
Yeah.
man, you can do a lot in 25 years.
Yeah, you can. Wow.
You can.
Yeah.
Never underestimate the amount of time 25 years
Yeah.
is.
You still got a few years.
Yeah, I'm getting up there though.
Yeah.
I got 1.5. What?
You can't say that to me. I'm turning 27.
Oh, okay, fair. I got time. I got all the time in the world. Then. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.